Hi, my name is Janelle Simpson, and I will be interviewing people who have taken and who have not taken the SAT today. Have you taken the SAT?
Yes.
Did you do as well as you expected to?
No.
Why not?
Because I really didn't prepare myself like I should have.
Okay. Do you think the SAT are biased in any way?
No.
Have you taken the SAT?
Yes.
Did you do as well as you expected to?
No.
Why not?
Because certain things on the test I never learned, so it was kind of hard to do a test with questions you never learned before.
Okay. So do you think the SAT are biased in any way?
Yes.
Have you taken the SAT?
Yes.
How do you feel about the SAT?
I feel as if the SAT is biased because of growing in the urban community. It gave me a harder chance to actually get a higher score on the SAT because of the questions they have asked.
Okay, thank you. Have you taken the SAT?
Yes.
How do you feel about the SAT?
I feel as though the SAT is unfair because the questions on the test are not geared toward the people that grew up the way we did.
Hi, Ms. J.
Hi, Janelle.
I wanted to know, have you taken the SAT?
Yes, I have.
Did you do as well as you thought you did?
Yes, I actually did better than I thought I was going to do because most of the people that I was going to school with weren't doing too well. So I was excited when I got my scores.
Okay. Do you think the SAT is biased in any way?
I have heard arguments about the SAT being biased. I think that some students in certain communities don't get the same opportunities to prepare them for the SATs that other students might. For example, when I was in school, public schools, or at least my school, was offered free SAT prep classes, which I was able to participate in on a weekly basis. Some students don't get that, and some students don't take advantage of it. At the same time, I think that tests like the SAT, other standardized tests, for example, the praxis exam that I had to take to be an English teacher, can kind of be unintentionally biased in that when I had to take the test to be a teacher, there was like a test on every book that you should have read your whole life. And so I don't think that it's fair for people to expect it to know the author of Moby Dick when somebody might be in an Afrocentric school and they're reading about Timbuktu. So I guess in that sense, some things can be biased unintentionally.
Thank you. Hello, Mrs. Iser.
Hello.
I wanted to know, have you taken the SAT?
Yes, I have.
Did you do as well as you expected to on SAT?
Yes.
Is the SAT biased in any way?
I don't feel it's biased, but I feel that some people probably underprepare. You need to take the classes and spend the extra time studying in order to do well.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Drew.
How you doing, Janelle?
I wanted to know, have you taken your SAT?
Yes, I took it twice.
Did you do as well as you expected to?
No, not really.
How do you feel about the SAT?
I feel as though the SAT is piped up, so it makes kids stress out. So I got stressed out, and I didn't do as well as I thought I could. So it's just an overwhelming test.
Do you think the SAT is biased in any way?
I think it is kind of biased because some stuff we never learned in math class. And once I took the SAT and went back to my math teacher, she was like, "Oh, I haven't taught y'all that. We haven't gotten there. Well, we was never going to get there." And I just think some SAT is for like white people and not for black people.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Siani.
Hi.
I wanted to know, have you taken the SAT?
Yes.
Did you do as well as you expected to?
No, I did not.
How do you feel about the SAT?
I feel like the SAT is biased. Like, it was really hard. Like, some of the stuff that was on that test was never taught in none of my schools that I've ever been to.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Andre.
Hello.
I wanted to know, have you taken the SATs?
Yes, I have. I have took the SAT 2 times.
Did you do as well as you expected to?
Not as well as I thought I did, but not as bad as I wanted.
How do you feel about the SATs?
I think the SAT is just another test that challenge inner city youth to try to make it out of the city. It's just another way to hold us back.
Do you believe that the SATs are biased?
Yes, I do believe that the SATs are biased because in the city, education, they don't teach us towards learning for the SAT, but in the suburbs, they teach those students how to prepare for the SAT better than what they teach us.
Thank you.
You know?
Hello, Ernie.
Hi, Janelle.
I want to know, have you taken SATs?
Yes, I took the SAT 3 times.
Did you do as well as you expected to?
I actually didn't. I did not do well on it, but it happened.
How do you feel about the SATs?
I feel that the SAT is biased towards African Americans. I think it's more focused for the Caucasian people. So I feel that's just a biased thing and that this shouldn't happen for the future generations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.